Good evening, guys. It is 4:45. My husband's about to get home and I'm going to bring you guys along with our nighttime just cleaning and general routine with our 2-year-old daughter and our newborn son who is 5 weeks old. Owen is currently sleeping, and then the only way I can ever get dinner done is for Cecilia to have her screen time at this time. So she usually gets a half hour to 45 minutes of screen time around 4:30, and right now she has Sesame Street on so that I can start dinner. I am always for making something extremely easy but delicious, so I actually had some Bubba burgers, so I'm just gonna fry those up. It's so easy, and it was also something my husband could have easily taken over if Owen woke up. So these take a little bit of time to fry up, but Owen could wake up at any second. So I'm gonna start setting up everything, like the cheese, the lettuce, everything, just in case he decides to wake up before we get started. So this time can definitely vary with how dinner is prepared, because if Owen is awake, then usually I'm taking care of him and my husband will end up starting dinner when he gets home. I'm super lucky, guys. My husband knows how to cook better than I do. 9 times out of 10 on his days off, he's usually the one making dinner for us anyway. It's just nice to have it prepared for him when he gets home from work, because sometimes he's so busy at work that he just does not have the time to actually eat. Let me know in the comments what some of your family's favorite easy to make meals are. That way you can give all the other new mamas on my channel that are subscribed some ideas, as well as myself, because I'm always looking for some new recipes. I always give Cecilia whatever I am eating. She loves eating exactly what I eat. So if I'm eating it, she will 99% of the time eat it too. So I usually just kind of cut it all up into like toddler size bites, and then I also include a lot of fruit in each of her meals too, because she is just obsessed with fruit. And then we always eat dinner as a family. And then right after I was due to pump, so usually it takes me 10 to 15 minutes to pump, so I did that, and then now I'm just taking care of the milk before I go get Owen. So normally Owen wakes up while we're eating, and then I usually kind of take care of him while my husband eats really quick, and then once he's done, I eat. But today he actually let both of us eat at the same time, so I actually need to go wake him up. So I got his bottle ready, and then I'm gonna change him, and then my husband's actually gonna feed him while I clean up dinner. During the day, I like to keep his room as light as possible during his awake periods, so that as soon as his body is ready, he's going to be able to differentiate daytime versus nighttime. We kind of take things as they come, but my husband will also help clean up dinner right after. I had asked him though to just leave everything while I went and got Owen, because for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you guys how our routine goes. So I'm gonna go wake this little boy up, and then I'm gonna change his diaper, cuddle him a little bit before bringing him over to his dad so that he can feed him. Say hi, Mom. His room was a bit of a wreck, so I decided to tidy it up really quick before my husband needed to put him back down to bed. And then after this, I will go right back into the kitchen and start cleaning up. But this room always ends up a mess at the end of the day, because as I'm trying to put him down, Cecilia is usually right in here with us. And she likes to go through all of her old toys, which are Owen's now, which are in that little house area. And it just kind of keeps her busy while I'm taking care of her brother. In one of my recent videos, I actually kind of do more of my morning routine and our daily routine. I filmed it on our first day alone without Dad. He went back from his paternity leave, and I will link that video below for you guys if you are interested in seeing kind of our daily and morning routine. So I made my way back to the kitchen to finish cleaning up dinner. And as I said before, sometimes depending on who's taking care of Owen, my husband will also clean up the kitchen while I'm taking care of him, or vice versa. Cecilia always likes to help me clean. Whenever I bring out the spray bottle, she always wants her own. This one is empty and she's just cleaning the wall. But we always go to bed with a clean kitchen. The kitchen is always wiped down, everything is put away where it needs to go. We always make sure the dishwasher is loaded and running, and there are absolutely no dishes left in our sink when we go to bed. Going to bed with a clean kitchen always just makes our morning so much easier. And then in the morning, after the dishwasher has run, I always empty it then, and we are just ready to go for the day. So at this point, Cecilia was having a pretty good time just entertaining herself, and my husband was taking care of Owen while I finished up here in the kitchen. After I'm finished hand washing everything, I always move on to Owen's bottles. I always start by completely cleaning out the sink before even bringing his bottles close to it, and I like a clean, shiny sink at the end of the day. It helps reduce any smells or anything that might linger in the morning. Your sink is also one of the #1 areas in your home that is full of bacteria and germs, so I like to make sure mine is as clean as possible. This is actually a little drying rack that is full, like it rolls up, and I love it. So I usually put that on one side of the sink, and then as I'm washing the bottles, I will just put them on there before rinsing them and putting them on our drying rack. And depending on whether or not Owen is sleeping at this point, my husband will help me with these bottles. So I will wash them and then he will rinse them. And we always knock this out in like 5 minutes. So since he was not able to help me this night, Cecilia wanted to help me so badly. So I kind of rearranged things and brought the chair over so that she could pretend to help me. So I gave her dad's gloves and just a washcloth, and that kind of kept her busy while I was able to wash Owen's bottles. If you have a toddler at home, finding ways to keep them involved, especially in your daily chores and things that you need to do, I think is a fantastic thing to do. Toddlers want to be involved. They want to know what you are doing every second of every day. So if you can find a way for them to be a part of it, it will make your life easier, and your toddler will be extremely happy too. There is seriously nothing better than a clean kitchen at the end of the day, in my opinion, and it's even better walking out in the morning to a fresh, clean slate. Mornings can be very chaotic for us sometimes, so cleaning up our kitchen beforehand, it just makes things go so much more smoothly. After the kitchen is nice and clean, we always end up in Cecilia's playroom, and we play until about 7 o'clock at night. That's when we start her bedtime routine. So her bedtime routine starts with a bath. I have been starting her like a bubble bath, and her dad will be usually with Owen at this point. If he's not busy with Owen, he will start prepping her sippy cup and laying out her pajamas. This is the bubble bath that I have been using, and then we always use the Baby Dove hypoallergenic wash. I love this stuff. And then afterwards we always use the Sensitive Skin Care nighttime lotion. We use this every single night. And then it is puppy time. That is what she calls her toothbrush because the toothpaste has puppies on it. And then we run into her room where her dad usually is, depending on where Owen is, and then he will actually read her a book and rock her while she has about 7 ounces of milk, and then I will tidy up the bathroom. Going somewhere into the danger zone. So while her dad is reading her bedtime story, giving her her bottle and putting her down, depending on whether or not Owen is still sleeping, and he is, I start getting ready for bed myself. It's the only way I can get any sleep. I'm gonna go take my shower and then get everything else ready after that. I have no idea if you guys are interested in whether or not you want to know my shower routine, but I am so basic. I like using the Dove Anti-Frizz. For the conditioner, I did try an OGX brand because they were out of the Dove. And then we like to use the Deep Moisture Dove body wash, and I've been just using this Equate foaming cleanser on my face. Super basic. Once I get out of the shower, I like using this micellar cleansing water from Garnier, and I use this St. Ives Renewing Moisturizer on my face, and then I'm gonna set up the bedside nursery area. I always like to make sure I have my pump here and plenty of snacks for the night. And then I also like to make sure I have plenty of water for the night. It is key when you are trying to produce breast milk. I have a video where I organized my entire bedside nursery and set it up, so I will link that below for you if you have not seen it. But I'm bringing over the diaper cart that was in Owen's room so that I can use it in our room for the night. My husband feeds him while I pump at night, so I'm stocking his side with burp cloths, and I make sure to turn on our Hatch Mini sound machine. So now I'm just gonna go get our baby boy, and then my husband and I kind of tag team it. He will feed him while I pump for the night, and then breast milk is good for 4 hours. So I always like to pump right before I go down to bed because he always wakes up in like 2 to 3 hours. So that bottle will be ready for him to go as soon as he wakes up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're new. If you wanted to see more of like my morning and daily routine, I have a video right here that I'll link, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.